In the past, I was an excessive thinker, always thinking about how and what does this mean, and postulating, theorizing, but never actually doing. And that is what I want to talk about today. It's gonna be fun. Recently, I've been more focused on a less thinking and more doing philosophy. By doing, we learn, we grow, we refine, and by doing, we love. I know this sounds so cheesy, but hear me out. I used to think that we take care of the things that we love, but what if this is actually backwards? What if we love something or someone because we take care of it? Today I'm going to be sharing 3 psychological principles and papers down below that support this hypothesis, that we actually end up loving the things that we care for rather than the other way around. Basically, I want to show you why you should invest in yourself today and why we shouldn't spend too much time overthinking. We just need to start doing. Hey guys, it's Robin and welcome to the Science of Self-Care. On this channel, we talk about health science, we talk about life philosophy, and we do a whole lot of self-care experimentation. Now let's get into 3 psychological principles that break down why you should invest in yourself today. Number 1, the investment model of commitment. This model suggests that the more resources, time, energy, money that an individual invests into a relationship, the more committed they become to it. This model has been widely used to explain commitments in romantic relationships, but I believe it can also be applied to areas such as friendship, work, health, and of course, the relationship we have to ourselves. I will link a study about this principle below, but really the idea is that it's not just the qualities of a partner that attracts us to that partner, it's also the resources, time, energy, and money that we've invested in our bond with that partner that perpetuates the bond. I really believe the same is true for our relationship with ourselves. If we are investing time, money, and energy into ourselves, into our health, into our wellness, then we are going to feel more love, connection, and respect for ourselves. We're going to feel more bonded to ourselves. So sometimes I think we're so focused on building the self-love and self-respect up front that we forget that we can just start acting in ways that invest in ourselves, and those feelings will follow. Principle 2, effort justification. The idea is that if someone has put more time and effort into something, they will perceive it as more valuable to justify their efforts. And again, if we think about our relationship to ourselves and our health, the more resources and effort that we allocate to our body, to our health, to our wellness, the more valuable those things are going to become to us. This is why sometimes I do feel like spending a lot on a gym membership, for example, can almost trick our mind into valuing our health and our exercise more just because we've made that financial investment. This is a personal reason why I am not stingy with things related to my health, because it reinforces this idea that my health and wellness is valuable to me, and it helps me to continue to prioritize these things throughout my lifetime. Principle 3, the Ben Franklin effect. This phenomenon describes how doing someone a favor can increase your liking for that person. The idea is that when people invest effort into helping someone, they justify the effort by increasing their liking for the person they helped. The name actually comes from Ben Franklin asking favors of others, like asking to borrow a book, so that they would think of him more positively. If someone lends something to someone, they must like that person, right? That's kind of the mind twist that he would put them in. Again, I think this is so related to our health journey. If we ask ourselves to do something challenging, to go to the gym, to make the healthy choice, by doing those favors to ourselves, we are perpetuating this mindset that we actually love and care for ourselves, that we at least like ourselves, because otherwise, why would we be doing these things? Collectively, these concepts support the idea that caretaking or investing resources into something can breed affection and love for it. For me, the larger takeaway here is you don't have to have the perfect mindset to start. You just need to take action, and the mindset will develop and follow because of those actions. So we're about halfway through 2024 right now. We now have 6 months ahead of us where we can really start to consider how we want to invest in ourselves in the next 6 months. Which actions do we want to take that will reinforce a love for our health, a love for our body, and just a general love for ourselves as human beings? How can you invest in yourself, your mental and physical health in this next 6-month period? Just by making those investments, putting in the effort, behaving as if you love and care for yourself. By doing these things, you make it true. It's a positive feedback loop that we can step into at any moment. We do not need to be in the right mindset. We just need to take action. Do, invest, act, and the love for your body and your health, the self-respect, it will follow. So there is one caveat to all of this. Believe me, I've seen it. I used to be a runway model and I lived in a model apartment in Paris. I've seen healthy behaviors become very extreme and become unhealthy. But in this case, I think if the intentions behind a healthy behavior is one of punishment, then this behavior is going to perpetuate this idea of punishing your body. There's still this kind of feedback loop that's happening, but it's happening in a negative way. So maybe in those cases, rest and recovery are actually the acts of health that will help support a positive feedback loop towards a healthier relationship with your body. I think it really comes down to using our own discretion and being honest with ourselves. Deep down, do we feel that we are supporting our health or actually undermining our health with our actions? I feel like if we can't be honest with ourselves, then we really can't be honest with anyone else. But the key is to not judge ourselves or ridicule ourselves for our thoughts or the patterns of behaviors that we've fallen into. We just can be emotionless observers, survey the state of things, and then we can move forward from there. How can we choose healthy actions consistently over time, whether those healthy actions are moving more or perhaps resting more, so that we naturally, through those actions, build a deep, loving bond with ourselves and continue to make the right choices because we've developed such a strong love for ourselves. I hope this wasn't too theoretical. I would love to hear your thoughts on this video. I can make more of these videos, I can make less of them, and I would love to know any ways that you'll be investing in your health or your body or your mental wellness in the next 6 months. I will share mine as well. I love announcing it to the world because it helps me feel a little bit more accountable for my words. With this little note, I wish you a beautiful next 6 months of life, wherever you are in the time-space continuum. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time.